India is the second most populated country on the planet. But away from the congested cities, beyond the thick crowds, lies a world rarely glimpsed by outsiders. This is India's wild side. And these are its kings. India is home to arguably the world's most beautiful killer, the Bengal tiger. Stealthy, powerful, and capable of killing in one bite. In the Indian jungle, this guy has it better than most. He's the dominant male and controls the waterhole, which is like gold during the hottest time of the year. It's not just to quench his thirst, it's to lure in others that have the same idea. It may not look like much, but it's the biggest waterhole for miles around. Irresistible to animals desperately seeking relief from the high temperatures. This is a prime spot for an ambush. He weighs about 500 pounds and is 8 years old. Male tigers seldom rule for more than 3 years. This is year 2 of his short but glorious reign. Scent marking announces to other tigers that this is his kingdom. His roars advertise his whereabouts to females, but also warn other males to stay away. Other males hear the message and bide their time. But conflict is inevitable. Young challengers must fight for territory, mating rights, and prey. The Bengal tiger isn't the only cat roaming the Indian countryside. Though not found as widely through India as the tiger, the power and courage of the Asiatic lion should not be underestimated. They are, after all, India's national emblem. These are the formidable beasts that once roamed across the lands in the Bible, that fought Samson and devoured Christians in Roman arenas. Asiatic lions once numbered in the thousands and thrived from India to the shores of the Mediterranean. They now cling to existence in this, their last refuge. The remaining lions can mostly be found surrounded by barren desert in these parched scrub forests. This pride consists of 6. 3 adult females, 2 8-month-old cubs, and their 1.5-year-old sister. The oldest lioness rules. Asiatic lion prides are far smaller than their African cousins, reflecting the smaller prey they hunt. The cubs are thin and constantly hungry. They try to suckle from their mother, the matriarch of the pride. But her milk has dried up. With their best hunter injured, the responsibility to feed the pride now falls on the less experienced, younger females. Life in these deserts knows nothing of gentleness or ease. The lionesses need to make a kill, or the babies will starve. Water is essential to survival for every living organism, no matter its size. The Indian elephant is no exception. Their large bodies need huge quantities of food and water. In a remote clearing, this 30-year-old mother, heavy with milk, guards her newborn calf. Only hours old, she was born under the cover of darkness. The females of the herd gather to witness her first tentative steps. They will stop at nothing to protect her. The matriarch knows if she's to keep her calf alive, she must lead the way. But despite their intentions, all of them could fall victim to the scorching heat, drought-induced fires, and eventual monsoon floods. Before the rain season comes, even the fiercest desert animals search for shade for relief from the blistering heat. The cool night air serves as a welcome break and a good time for eating. The injured matriarch gets lucky. She finds a dead cow in a stagnant pool. She feasts until a much larger male arrives. Although she's queen, she defers to him. It's his turn now. Young cubs suckle, their mother having finally fed. But they will require much more than this if they are to survive the dry season. A A young tigress lies up in a bamboo thicket. Not just to keep cool, she has a young cub. One in 3 tiger cubs do not survive the first year. Infanticide is the biggest killer. Male tigers kill cubs that are not their own, so ensuring that the mother will become receptive and mate again. But for now, this tigress and her cub are safely out of sight. Nearby, the curiosity and naivety of 2 slightly older cubs make it more difficult for their mother to keep them hidden. The cub's boisterous behavior attracts attention. Male tigers have several litters scattered throughout their territory. If these are not his offspring, he will kill them. The king of India's big cats has zeroed in on 2 young cubs. But lucky for them, it's just Dad. He scent marks before settling down with them. This diverse landscape teems with wildlife, attuned to their place in this world. The forest floor is thick with leaves. A surprising world appears. Armies of specialists, hard at work breaking down the leaf litter. In the heat, mahua fruit ferments into a potent alcohol, and langurs gorge on it. What follows is a scene familiar at bars the world over. They get drunk, rowdy, fight, and then sleep. Beyond the forest shade, the plains are baking hot. It's 90 degrees and rising. The quest for water and food continues. Indian elephants can eat up to 300 pounds of vegetation daily. For easy grasping, the pachyderms have prehensile lips at the ends of their trunks. But it's water they need. 25 gallons of water every day just to survive. The herd keeps moving toward the water. Our month-old calf must keep up. The deep, sun-baked tracks of last year's wet season make it tough going for her. A buffalo matriarch leads her clan to the water, along corridors created by generations of elephants. On the outskirts of the herd lurks a colossal male. These leviathans weigh over a ton and are armed with the biggest horns of any animal on Earth. Grazers are rarely alone at waterholes. The herd gathers around the calf. This rhino sniffs the air. Danger. The large male tiger alarms even the mightiest of beasts. Tigers will attack and kill young elephants. But with this mobile fortress, the calf is safe. For now. With the tiger out of sight, the elephant herd quickly moves to the safety of a marsh. But for our calf, her world is filled with danger. And she quickly gets herself into trouble. And then, out again. Her tight-knit family does its best to protect her. But there are some threats that even she can't be protected against. The dry, hot wind fuels a fire. It spreads rapidly through the tall elephant grass. Embers are carried by the winds. New fires spring up all around. A crisis for some, an opportunity for others. Birds gather around the fringes to feed on insects and small creatures flushed out by the flames. Our calf has escaped, but the struggle for survival is ongoing. Finding food is only half the battle for the desert lion. The hard part is winning a mate. A male lion's roar tells rivals that this is his domain. Scent marking reinforces the message. Months have passed, and in the cool of the morning, the cubs hone their hunting skills. But there's also time to play. The lioness returns from searching for food. They greet her with play fighting. Asiatic male lions play little part in the pride, only returning to mate and eat. The lioness and her cubs greet him. Back in the jungle, it's hard to tell it was once a thriving rainforest. Gone is the lush green from just a few months ago. The tiger is forced to maintain his power over the shrinking pool. Temperatures continue to climb, and so too does the value of water in the ever-shrinking pools. And with it, the power of the dominant male. With power comes its privileges, and above all, mating rights. His low-frequency calls have been heard. A young tigress makes her interest clear. Our king has met his queen, and they will remain monogamous during their brief encounter. The drive to find a mate goes on all over the jungle. One of the tiger's favorite prey, chital, are in the mood to reproduce. Wide-eyed on hormones and surging testosterone, stags must battle for the right to mate. To show who's boss, they paw the ground. Dig up grass with their antlers and display, strutting side by side. This male is in prime condition. This is his patch, but it's brutal work to defend it. Young male rivals will challenge him to gain mating rights. The dominant male keeps his position of power for now, and the challenger retreats to lick his wounds. Butting heads to win a mate may be the way for Chital deer. But there are some desert residents who opt for a bit more pageantry. Visual attraction. Perhaps the most stylish is India's national bird, the peacock. A peahen has arrived to check him out. She is looking for the most impressive tail and flamboyant display. Unfakeable proof of the bird's strength and genetic vigor. She is not impressed. He shuts down his flashy feathers and puts them away for the next chance encounter. And just in time. A distant alarm call warns of a predator fast approaching. Unlike their African counterparts, Asiatic lions hunt in small groups, ambushing rather than running down prey. More animals join the call to warn of the beast's arrival. This kill will help feed the family for at least another week. As always, Life in the desert is all about the hunt for food and water. In one of the few remaining water holes, dromedary camels take in moisture. They are built for the desert. They can drink up to 30 gallons, equal to 1/3 of their body weight. They are among the best adapted of all the desert species. Thick eyebrows shield their eyes from the sun. Long eyelashes keep sand out of their eyes. They can close their nostrils. Their wide feet prevent them from sinking deep into the desert sand. They can vary their body temperature from 93 to 107 degrees to stop them from sweating, to better conserve water. Extinct in the wild for 2,000 years, they are now domesticated. Late summer in the jungle, and there's still no rain in sight. The need to alleviate thirst and hunger remains. The vanishing water forces both predator and prey together. The langurs wait for a tigress to finish cooling off before sending in a scout. Langurs are very much a part of the tiger's diet, so they are taking a big risk entering this water hole. One sentry always stands guard. Their window of opportunity is small. Anyone can be watching. Another young tigress comes to cool off with her cubs. Then, 3 more follow. This is her first litter. She can give birth to up to 4 cubs at a time. On average, a tigress will raise 12 cubs in her lifetime. Each will stay with her until they are 2 years old, if they make it that far. About half of all cubs do not survive past 2 years. For the mother, looking after 4 cubs is a tall order. For the first 6 months, she has to eat enough to produce milk. Then, for another 18 months, she must hunt for herself and her cubs. Perfectly camouflaged, she stalks through the long grass. The Chital herd is too far away to attempt an attack. Suddenly, there is a movement on the forest edge. A mother is never off duty. Her vice-like jaws suffocate the young deer. A small kill that will be quickly devoured. As the temperatures rise, tempers become short. The need for water results in a cantankerous atmosphere, especially for big predators like the tiger. As water holes dry up, more and more tigers are forced into smaller areas, resulting in the inevitable. The fight is short but decisive. The challenger crouches down in a submissive posture, conceding defeat. The victor will stay to reclaim and defend his kingdom and wait for the rains to come. It can't come soon enough, as many animals are near their breaking point. Finally, the clouds build. The monsoon arrives. Storm clouds can reach as much as 10 miles high and can contain 4 million tons of water. And it's all about to fall on the parched plains. The once shrinking pools begin to fill. This will last for 3 months, leading to an explosion of new life. Fish return, restocking the marshes. But although this water brings relief in the short term, the land requires food to continue its existence. Glacial meltwaters from the Himalayas mix with the monsoon rains. The Brahmaputra River bursts its banks and floods an area of 12,000 square miles. So begins the final cycle. Barren plains change into wetlands. Dry land becomes scarce. The exodus starts. The elephants leave the banks of the overflowing Brahmaputra to find sanctuary in the surrounding hillside. Our young elephant calf has survived the ravages of her first long, hot, dry season. For the elephants, their journey is over. But for the animals of the jungle, the calls of the peacock announce the rain's arrival. A few showers at first, but within days, signs of new growth start to appear. The downpours get heavier and more frequent. The jungle is transformed. Once again, stocked with food. The animals return. For the tigers, that means prey is again bountiful. The dominant male held on to his position for another season. His mate is pregnant. The next generation of tigers will soon be born, and the cycle of survival will repeat itself. India's wildlife faces the growing challenge of surviving alongside over 1 billion people. Several breeds have faced extinction. But India has an excellent record of bringing species back from the edge. At the beginning of the 20th century, hunting and habitat loss had reduced the Asiatic lion numbers to just 13 animals. Intense conservation efforts have brought them up to hundreds. The adaptability of nature, combined with a respect for all creation, means wildlife can continue to survive, even in the most hostile of India's environments.